What color is your Bugatti?
I understand that you get 3 strikes in this game. Strike 1 is they try and shut you up and discredit you. Strike 2 is they try and put you in jail for no reason.
Facing charges this morning for human trafficking, rape, and organized crime.
And strike 3 is they kill you.
Today we're diving into the life of Andrew Tate, a man of many talents, a controversial figure, and an individual who's experienced both immense success and hardship. We'll be taking a closer look at his rise to fame, his unique entrepreneurial journey, the recent issues he's faced, and the unwavering spirit that's inspired young men across the globe, while simultaneously making him the most hated man on the planet. Born Emery Andrew Tate III in 1986, Andrew Tate grew up in a household where excellence was the norm. His father, Emery Andrew Tate II, was an American-British chess international master and a 5-time Armed Forces Chess Championship winner. Known for being a multimillionaire international playboy, his early life wasn't so spectacular. After his mother and father broke up, he, his mother, and his brother Tristan moved to England where they would start their empire. Andrew's rise to fame began in the world of sports. He started kickboxing and eventually became a 4-time world champion in the sport. This early success showcased his dedication, discipline, and relentless work ethic, traits that would come to define his character. Following his kickboxing career, Andrew states that he was still broke and urgently needed to make money to provide the life that he had dreamed of. Having traveled the world for kickboxing, Tate explains on podcasts that he had 5 girlfriends in 5 different countries who had no idea about each other, and he flew them all into England to start a webcam business in which he would use his girlfriend's image combined with his marketing and sales power to profit from donations. Of course, when 5 of your girlfriends meet each other for the first time, there's likely to be some resistance, and 3 of them return to their home countries.
7 years ago, whenever this was, it wasn't nearly as big, and I found this little webcam thing. And I was like, this might be some money. So I text all my girlfriends, I think it was 5 of them, text all 5, said, you're all coming here to live with me and work with me. None of them knew about each other. Bro, Tristan will tell you the story. He'll tell you. All 5 flew in, picked them all up. They're all sitting there. I sat them around the same table. bro, I need to get paid. Right? I'm broke now. I'm retired from fighting. I have no money. I'm running out of money. So I put them all around the same table. And I was like, look, we're going to start a webcam business. You're going to stay. You're going to live in London. I'm going to look after you, and we're going to get rich. We're going to be a team. And they're all like, well, who's this bitch? I'm like, she's my girlfriend. She's my girlfriend. She's my girl. You're all my chicks. And you're going to stay here, and we're going to make some money. Big fight kicks off, blah, 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 blah. In the end, long story short, 3 left, 2 stayed. Those are my first 2 girls, and we started this little webcam business from my apartment.
At the start of the camming business, viewers started to roll in, but quickly left when Tate's girlfriends weren't telling them what they wanted to hear. Older men would ask, what do you look for in a guy? To which they replied, I want a young, rich, and successful man. Unfortunately for the men on the other side, this wasn't them. Tate soon realized that he could use his knowledge of what men wanted to talk to the men in the chat, and from this was able to amass a small fortune by asking for donations, presents, and whatever he thought the men would provide the girls. At the peak of his cam business, he claims to have had 75 girls working for him. However, he says things got tough to handle with that many girls, and at peak earnings of $600,000 a month, he scaled down to a level he could better control.
Started this little webcam business from my apartment, and it just grew and grew and grew, and it got to the point where at one point I had 75 women working for me in 4 locations. Damn. And I was doing $600,000 a month from webcam.
In 2016, Tate appeared on UK's version of Big Brother, in which he was famously booted off the show. Allegations of rape had come to light, which were later proven to be false. However, the allegations made it impossible for the network to allow him to be on the show. Tate says that during his time on Big Brother, he was being physically intimidated by a group of men on the show. And due to his kickboxing background, producers asked that if they were to attack, that he wait for security without retaliating. He believes that due to his refusal to wait for security in such an event, that producers removed him from the show out of fear for safety of the men.
I was only in there for about 9 days, and 4 people walked out, and every single man in there at some point had threatened me with violence. So they took me into the diary room, and they said, we're really concerned about the dynamic of the house. This is all off camera.
Yeah.
I was like, well, the rules of Big Brother, we all signed a contract saying no one's allowed to make threats. I'm not threatening anybody. All these people are threatening me. You just shut down their threats. I'm like, yeah, but people, you're very controlled, and they're more emotional, and we just want to guarantee that in the event of an altercation, you won't hit anybody. So basically they said, we've got a whole bunch of idiots in here who can't control themselves, children. And if they swing for you, we want you to play Floyd Mayweather and do nothing about it for 4.5 minutes while security turns up. I said, no, I'm not going to start an argument, but if they're going to swing at me, they're going to get knocked the fuck out.
Once removed from Big Brother, his social media started to grow and he used his popularity to push his message through various platforms, but most notably through his YouTube channel, Tate Speech. Around this time, as an almost stroke of fate, Tate also got into the casino business when he met a casino owner while commentating on a cage fighting show in Romania. The businessman who was sponsoring the event also owned a chain of casinos across Eastern Europe. Tate suggested that they invest in a franchise model with the sponsor. He would set up casinos in Romania under the company's existing brand. Tate also talks about some really out-of-the-box thinking when it comes to casinos. He would offer free coffee in exchange for people coming into the casino. He says, why would people go to a coffee shop when they can come to the casino, get free coffee, and spend $5 on gambling instead? Since early 2021, Andrew has relentlessly appeared on a multitude of podcasts, most notably on Your Mum's House podcast, hosted by Tom Segura and Christina P. However, has come under heavy fire for some of the statements made online. While anyone with a brain can understand that the majority of content is satirical, a large portion of the population disagrees heavily with these sentiments, regardless of whether or not they are for comedic purposes.
And also, too, I worry if I am too submissive, will he not respect me?
No. Get rid of that. Get rid of that.
Get rid of that stupid shit.
That won't respect me
wow.
crap. That's not real.
Is that real? Really?
You know what? So many women say to me, you're so, Andrew, you know what? You're so rich, but you're smart and you're actually very intelligent. And I know you'd get really bored of a robot. And I'm sitting there thinking, bitch, I wish to God you were a robot.
By 2022, Tate had become the most searched man on the internet, above Donald Trump and Kanye West, and calls for his misogynistic and hateful content to be removed from the internet were heard. In August of 2022, Tate would be banned from YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. However, despite being cancelled, would become more popular than ever by continuing on a string of podcasts, calling out the hypocrisy and double standards of the social media giants.
So why did Andrew Tate get banned?
They did not tell me. They did not send me an email, no correspondence. I certainly didn't break terms of service. I guess that's why they couldn't send me an email and explain why. Nobody told me, whether it was YouTube that banned me or Meta that banned me. They banned me instantly and forever without any kind of correspondence. They've not told me why. They've not told anyone what I did. The media machine, in synchronization with the ban, we can call that coincidence if you want to believe in such things, came out with some kind of bullshit explanation that I'm misogynistic or some garbage. But the actual social media companies themselves provided no explanation at all, no correspondence at all. They just deleted me. That was it.
Despite his successes, Andrew's life took a dark turn when he and his brother were arrested and jailed in Romania on charges of human trafficking. Their arrest made headlines and sparked debates about the veracity of the accusations. Many believe that Andrew was unfairly targeted by Romanian authorities, who were reportedly influenced by his controversial image and the envy of his success. Despite the lack of concrete evidence, Andrew has spent months in jail awaiting trial. His incarceration shed light on the flawed justice system in Romania, where the presumption of innocence is often overlooked. Andrew and Tristan had spent 4 months in jail without charge before being released to house arrest on March 31st, 2023. An order from an appeals court in Bucharest said it rejected the proposal to extend the duration of the preventative arrest measure and replace the measure of preventative detention order against the defendants with the preventative measure of house arrest. If convicted of these crimes, the Tate brothers could spend years in Romanian prison. However, evidence presented for the charges has proven to be flimsy in some areas and non-existent in other areas, and long-term incarceration is highly unlikely. Thanks for tuning in to watch this video. If you enjoyed it, please drop a subscription below to get notified when I release more content.